Hey everybody, it's John here from VidGamiac.com. We are today back in the Master Chief Collection grabbing the Mind the Gap achievement. This is done in Halo 3. You have to do it on the level Savo Highway on Legendary with these 5 skulls turned on. Cowbell, Catch, Thunderstorm, Mythic, and Tough Luck. So make sure you do that before you start the level and you should be good. It is a total of 5 skulls in case you use that to keep count. There we go, and then start up the game. What you want to do is you want to look for 4 vehicles. This is best done with 2 controllers, obviously, because you can use the 2 controller respawn trick, so you get infinite lives, which is how I beat all my Halo games on Legendary, because I suck. You can do this with 1 controller too, but it's going to be a lot of walking back and forth. There will be 2 Warthogs at the beginning that you need to get. I recommend taking them with both controllers. And then whenever you get into combat, you want to keep your Warthogs safe, basically, because you don't want them blowing up. So I tucked mine in a corner, and I kept my second controller in a Warthog as far back as possible so I can get infinite respawns. Now, this achievement requires you to have at least 4 vehicles in order to work. So the third Warthog is going to be next to your first sniper tower, right here next to the wreckage. Now you have 3 vehicles to work with, so you have to take turns with both controllers trying to move them all up, which is why this is way easier to do with 4 people. But with 2 people, you could do it local, which is awesome. The 4th Warthog will be in this big open area with a lake. You want to take the left side right here. And I recommend taking out all the enemies before you attempt to salvage the Warthog. So grab the 4th Warthog, and then this is my trick on moving them up. So basically what you want to do is you want to keep your second controller at a safe distance, take out all the enemies with your first controller using your infinite respawns, and once all the enemies are clear, move all your Warthogs up. It is a huge pain. This probably took an hour to do, but you can also use this to beat the level on Legendary, which will take care of one of the levels. So I'm going to move 2 of the Warthogs up here by this open area that's safe, and then once they are in a good place, I like to step away. I like to kill myself with a grenade, and I'll respawn next to my second controller, and then I'll get into the 3rd Warthog, and then I'll move it up, and then I'll just pick up the second controller and then drive the 4th Warthog, and then I like to herd them like this, basically keep them all together. And you should be good. Just repeat this for the whole level pretty much. It is on Legendary, so you do have to take your time and pick off the enemies one by one. In case you do lose a Warthog or it blows up or something, there will be 2 choppers here, which do count as vehicles. This is right before you get into the tunnel, so you can hijack them if you're good enough. So make sure you do that in case you lose any Warthogs. They'll be located on this street, just going back and forth, protecting the entrance of the tunnel. Anyways, once you get to the tunnel, you are pretty much in the clearing. Just make sure you take out all the enemies. We are going to move up the Warthogs one more time. So I'm going to bring this guy out here onto the bridge, and then I'm going to jump off because I ran out of grenades. You can also do this to kill yourself in case you run out of grenades. And then we're going to respawn next to my second controller. I can move the second Warthog up now, and then I'm going to leave it somewhere safe. And then I'm going to kill myself now that I have respawned with grenades. The cool thing is you respawn with full ammo and grenades. That way you have infinite lives and infinite firepower to take out the enemies on Legendary. So we're going to move the 3rd Warthog up now, and then kill myself again using the grenade. And then we're going to respawn and grab the 4th Warthog, and then move this up. And I do have a chopper as backup, because once you get to the bridge, sometimes the AI likes to steal the Warthog. So try to kill your Marines, but the thing with the Marines is if you attack them, they will kill you, especially on Legendary. So I don't take your risk with that. So make sure you try to get all 4 vehicles. Now, this achievement calls for you to get 4 vehicles in a specific gap. So what you want to do is you want to drive your vehicles over this first gap right here, and then there will be the second gap, which is the one with the barricades. You want to crash in between these 2 pillars, and then drive the vehicle down here, and then you want to park it at the far wall. So make sure you do that, and then you can step out of the vehicle and then use the grenade trick to get yourself back to the second controller. And you just want to rinse and repeat for all 4 vehicles until you get the achievement. Hard part's getting over here. Once again, you do have to do this on Legendary, but with infinite respawns, it's more or less a matter of patience. And once again, if you have 4 friends, this helps out a bunch because you don't have to move up all the vehicles one at a time. You can just have all 4 of you drive up here, and you should be good. But once again, this can be done with 2 people. And if you're doing this with 1 person, that's going to be a little tricky because no respawns for one thing. You have to use checkpoints, and you have to move all 4 vehicles one by one, which is super annoying. So I recommend having a buddy help you out. But here we go, grabbing the fourth and final vehicle right here. And once you get it down here, everyone helping out should get the achievement. So I got it on my main profile as well as the profile helping out. So more of an incentive to get your friends to help out. They can get the achievement as well. It's going to be for 10 gamer score. And that's all there is to it.